Ahoy, crypto pirates, and good evening to everyone out there. How you all doing? What's up, Sid?
What's going on, guys?
Yo, Sid, it's good to have you back, man. You've been busy.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Sorry I missed a couple days.
Hell yeah, man. It's all good. We all got stuff to do.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys.
Definitely.
Good stuff. It's been a good day. I'm all pumped up. I'm amped up. It's been a great day in HEX. It's been a great day in general. All right,
Yes,
so
sir.
we got
Pump.
HEX Day, pumpy pump. HEX Day 678. This is HEX News episode 14, October 9th. Happy birthday, Richard Hart. We
Yeah, it's his
salute you,
birthday.
sir.
Nice.
The big 4-2, from what I understand. So, all right, let's go and
Happy
say hi to
birthday,
everyone.
Rich.
Happy birthday to the Crypto King, and not the Silver Sailor one. All right. Hello to everyone in the chat. Hello, AP, Chase, Swertfeger, Lost Legacy, Terrafin 1. What's going on, my friend? Don Montoya, good to see you as always. Mango Junkie, oi, oi. Hex Softball. Chris Scott, what's going on, brother, man? It's a good day when we're not working, isn't it? Yes, it is. All right. Marcus 99, Valiant brand, legendary Valiant brand. Powerful Valiant brand. What is going on, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Hex Pulse Win, Shillem Defoe, Hex Deck 16. What's up, Hex Deck? Good to see you, man. Are you done with your trip to New York? Did you come and visit all the New Yorkers out here or what? Alex, Hexo Electra, Jesse, Craig the Los Hexican. And what do we got? Did I say Will C? I think so. MT Coiner. What's up, MT? I think Will H. That's another Will. Crypto Freedom. Hex Inns, QC Organics, Uncle Larry, Swearworks, All Metal Pro. What's going on, little man? Shout out to my dad, my pops out there, and my son watching from down the street. All right, and QC Organics, Sensei Dozy, Festival Stills, Kamiya Aloha. What is going on, everyone? All right, let's get to it. We got a very special guest here. Second half of the show, we're going to be doing our standard Meet a Hexican segment, and we're going to be meeting a gentleman that goes by the name of Key, and he is the dev behind Stakehex.today. That's the app that everybody's been talking about, everybody's been using. A lot of Moon Boy math going on, and it's a lot of fun because we know it's not a bunch of nonsense. We're talking about real money we're going to be seeing in the future, and it's a great tool to have. So we're going to be bringing on Key, and he's going to talk about his motivations and his creation. So I'm looking forward to that.
Really cool app.
Absolutely. You played around with it a little bit?
Yeah, I did, actually.
It's awesome.
So.
You can't resist. You know what I mean? It's like, and then you can, when you start adjusting those numbers, it's like, what? It's great.
Awesome, man. I suggest people check that out.
For sure. So we're going to have, what's up, DJ Paulie Wood, Snake Eyes? We're going to have him on. We're going to talk about everything you can do on that app. All right, let's pop into nomics.com.
Little bit of a pump today.
Yeah, we've been pumping pretty good today. It's been a good day thus far. Well, the day is technically over. It was yesterday that was a good day, but
true.
All right, right now in UTC time, that is. Right now, Nomics has Hex sitting at number 3, sitting at 0.427492, almost 43 cents. Looking good, looking very good. And we're at a 244.71 billion market cap. Let's take a look at our dominance. Total domination. Market dominance, 9.3% of the entire global crypto market is sitting in Hexican's wallets right now.
Nice.
Love that number.
Didn't we see it as high as 12 once? Or like 11 or 12?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It has gone as high as 12. It might have been even 13. I can't remember, but it's been up there. I think we're going to see it. We're going to see it, pretty much up
higher. higher
20,
percentages.
25. I mean, we might be sitting at like a quarter of the entire crypto market by the time we get up to Pulse Chain launching, and it's just
I could see it.
it's gonna happen. Adam Picardo, love me some daily Hex news. Thank you so much. We love providing it for you. I really do. I love this. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm gonna keep it going. All right, guys, let's take a look at some T-shares. Sid, what do we got for T-share price today?
Just 81.10 right now for one T-share.
We slipped into the $8,000 range again. Very nice. All right, 8110.4.
Pretty soon we'll be back at 9.
Oh yeah, you know it. Let's see, Shillem Defoe. What's Shillem's ready for that? Oh, what am I doing? I didn't start the show off right. Sid, important question for you, man. I haven't known for like days here. I mean, I've been like totally clueless. I mean, how many hex can I get for $1?
Let me check real quick because I haven't opened it up yet.
I love when I catch you off guard.
Let me convert it though real quick. Hold up.
Bringing you the right up to the minute numbers here on Hex News.
My computer's a little slow. Hold up.
Unacceptable.
All right. So you get 2.33 hex per 1 USDC.
Hex per 1 USDC. I love it. All right, let's go slide over to Hex Daily Stats. See where we're sitting. Okay, so. Oh, yeah. All right, so T-share rate currently is 18,926 hex. That's your base rate for one T-share. If you don't know what a T-share is, then get the hell out of here. No, I'm kidding. If you don't know what a T-share is, I strongly suggest that you learn about them and acquire as many of them as you can, possibly, because they are the best thing ever created in financial products as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, T-share rate 18,926 hex, but you don't have to pay that much. There is a way to get a T-share cheaper, and I'll explain how you do that later on. Payout per T-share currently sitting at 5.722 hex. So every one of those beautiful T-shares that you own will give you 5.722 hex in interest every day at 00 UTC.
Yo, I forget who said this, but somebody said that having T-shares is like having an employee.
Basically is.
They're working for you, right? So
100%. Yeah. I mean, we always talk about like, it's like the money printer, and it absolutely is. And I'll tell you guys, I don't know if you guys saw, I'm not sure if Randy Hilarski put it out yet, but he was putting it in our DS chat. There's a freaking an article that he was just putting out there from, I forget what the name of the thing is. Anyway, they were calling again Hex, the new BitConnect, Hex Scan, and like in it they're talking about, yeah, I mean, you're issued your interest in Hex tokens, and so, but that doesn't mean it's ever going to be worth anything. No, not at all. No, totally. And good luck getting real money for it, because you got to go somewhere else to get real money, get real money, exchange it for real money or something. Like, what the
what
fucking garbage, man. These people, I just don't even understand where I don't get it. I just don't get it. Anyway, moving on. Hex Toshi, what is going on? Franklin, what is going on? What's Gucci? Can't believe you just got me to say that. How dare you? Raynob KCID, my friend. Good to see you.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
Yes, sir. So today has been not too bad on the gas front. Let's see. So yeah, look at right now the Etherscan Ethereum gas tracker has got us sitting pretty low comparatively to the last few days. We're basically in the fifth. Pretty much all day we've been in between like 50 and 80. So that's
usually get
like,
a nice discount on weekends too. So
yeah, the weekends are the time. I always, and I'm glad I saved. I've been, waiting all week, well, last like since Thursday basically, I think, or Wednesday, to try and buy a little bit of Hex, and like I couldn't do it. The fees were just too high.
Yo, I do the exact same as you. I sit around and wait until I'm happy with what the fee is, because like I'm not happy with 120 Gwei. Forget it.
Hell no. And there's no point. There's no point in rushing to get, you know what I mean? Like, why? You say you're trying to pick up a dip, but if you're paying freaking $150 for the swap, you add that to the total of what you just had to, what you're putting in, and then you do the math. That's what I do. I say, okay, my fee is going to be X amount of dollars. I add that to what I'm putting in. I do the math to find out how much I'm paying per Hex token with the fee included. And if it's more than I like than I want to pay right now, I'm not going to pay it. Exactly. You're not catching a dip if you're paying fucking half of what you're trying to swap in gas. You didn't just buy the dip, man. You just screwed yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, just utilize that patience that we work on in the Hexican way of life. And just wait until it's a good time. You already know the weekends are going to be better. Well, 90% of the time that proves true. You're able to do your transactions, and the gas goes down, and it's just much better. You're not going to get as many fails because the network's not as congested. It's just, there's no point in trying to cram it in there. Very, very few times where it's really necessary to like squeeze a transaction in like real quick, when gas is super high. I don't see the point. So
I remember when NFTs kind of died down a bit, and the fees were like 5 to like 10 Gwei.
I know. I was surprised.
Nice little break there, but it didn't last very long.
Yeah. No, it didn't. I thought it was gonna. I thought maybe they built that in with the whole fork. The 1559 that the fork that they did in Ethereum. I thought it was something that was kind of like planned. Like it was gonna go up like initially, but then over shortly after that, over time, it was going to smooth out and be lower, but apparently not. Apparently that was not the plan. So very unfortunate.
Shit.
All right, let's head over to Hex.vision. I was actually taking a look at if you go down to the bottom of Hex.vision, you got the stakes, and you can see when the stakes expire. Really, really crucial tool to a lot of things. And you can see, if you go and click this box right here, you can put in just like a day, or you can put in the next week, and you can see every day at 0 UTC like how much Hex and how many T-shares are actually expiring. And it gives you an idea of how much sell pressure there's going to be on that particular day. So like I like to look like, right about an hour before the day clicks over, which is 7 p.m. for us in the Eastern time zone. I like to go and I'll check this out. If I'm looking to make a transaction like I just was earlier, I'll go and I'll compare, and I'll say, okay, how many stakes are expiring, in an hour as compared to the rest of the week? Are there a ton of stakes expiring? Because if so, there's a good chance there might be a little bit of sell pressure right after that time clicks over. So I like to try and forecast a little bit how much sell pressure there might be, and how much when a good opportunity is to try and maybe buy or hold off for a buy, wait till it dips maybe a little bit. It's not foolproof, but it's better than going blind.
You can use the data, basically you can try to use it and time it out in a way, but it doesn't always work like you said. So
right. Nardo for the win with the $20 super chat for our gas fee fund.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very nice. Very nice. Nardo, that's a legendary Hexican right there. Good man. Thank you, Nardo. All right. Let's see what Tom Reinberg says. Hello, gentlemen. Are you guys ready for the next takeoff? Jenkins and Wales have charted in the next week or so. Up, 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 we will go. Next 2X is coming soon. Yes, sir. I am ready. You ready, Sid?
Oh yeah, another 2X? Hell yeah.
I've been talking about it, man. Last couple streams, I've been putting up my little chart, and I've been talking about it's looking just like it always looks right before we take off. And
what's a 2X from now? Maybe 80 cents? 85 cents?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, we're at like 43 right now, so we're looking at about 86 cents, 85 cents. Hell yeah, I'm ready for that. And then Pulse Chain coming out. What? Oh my god, it's such an exciting time to be in Hex, man.
Wasn't there something about the snapshot yesterday? I don't know.
There was a little bit of buzz around it because, well, basically, you know, Richard kind of said, and I've been saying this all along, like, you know, he doesn't want to enable the bad actors basically to game the system and come in. And, you know, if he announces, okay, snapshot's going to happen at this exact time, you know, that just gives the opportunity for people to load up their wallets with ERC20s right before, get credit for it, next day, dump it all. He doesn't want to create that environment, you know, he doesn't want to create that option for people. So it's like, you know, and I knew he was going to be thinking that way. And he confirmed that the other day on camera. Someone was recording him at one of the meetups that he did, I think in Amsterdam. So yeah, we were talking about that. I think it was last night or the night before. But yeah, he's not going to want to try to, you know, so he might
actually.
And there was in GitLab, something popped up saying snapshot something in GitLab in the code for Pulse Chain. So that was kind of like what the buzz was all about.
Okay.
But it could happen anytime. It could have already happened for all we know. I mean, you know, it's we really don't know when it's going to happen. You know what I mean? It could absolutely
true. Yeah,
happen at any time. So, all right. So let's move on. We got percent of total hex locked right now. 9.899% of total hex is locked, and apphex.win numbers. So staked, we have 26,950,406,427 staked in hex. Staked in hex and liquidity pools, we have 26 bill, 984 mil, $96,420. So that's where we're at for that. Let's take a look at some addresses. All right. So addresses, what do we got for new addresses, Sid?
We've got about 630 new addresses today.
630 new addresses. All right. Still sitting at that under 1,000 zone. That's all right. So let's take a look at Etherscan, see what we got for holders of Hex. Sorry, guys, bear with me. All right. So Etherscan holders sitting at 258,165 holders of Hex. And let's take a look at those holders. So we have Pulse Chain. See if we got any sacrifice action going on today. Etherscan wants to be a pain in my butt.
So, I was actually looking at it earlier. There were a few other sacrifices. Nothing huge, though, but there were still a few in there.
Oh, wait. I think Sammy Chica said there was a big sacrifice of Matic that went into the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think there was actually a big sacrifice today.
It was like 70,000 Matic or something.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was 6 figures, definitely. Renab KCidd, are we talking about Rich the Kid? Is that the rapper you're talking about? Maybe it was, right? Yeah, it could have been. You saw that, right? That Rich the Kid dude made.
I've heard a few of his songs, actually. I've listened to him a couple times.
Nice. So yeah, that's another.
I was surprised when I saw that, though. I was like, yo, get like the rest of your crew going on this, yo. What the hell?
I know. I guess he's like, you know, like with Lil Wayne or something like that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can get those guys into Hex. That's gonna work for me. That's gonna work. I'm okay with that.
He sings that song Plug Walk. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but that's his most popular song.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Vibra Finance CEO Adam, what is up, my friend? I was just talking to Adam a little while ago. Definitely so since Adam popped in, he just reminded me while Etherscan is trying to load here. So the Hex meetup that's happening that I've been talking about in Albany, New York is a lock. It's going down, and it's going to be on November 20th. So guys, put it in your calendar. If you are in the northeast part of the country, or even up in Canada, and you can make it down to Albany, it's going to be we're going to try to make it pretty awesome. I'm not going to say some of the details we're working on, but like it's going to be exciting, and you're probably going to be rewarded for coming. That's all I'll say. So we're working on some nice things behind the scenes, and the Freedom TV guys are coming in, and it's they're going to do their seminar, and so it's going to be at the Marriott Conference Center on Wolf Road in Albany, New York on November 20th. So mark your calendars if you can make it up to the New York area, the capital region. It's going to be a really nice meetup that we're kind of planning to coincide with the Freedom TV guys visit. And I think the Staker team is there. They should be there as well. So it's going to be awesome if you can make it. I'm trying to get Joker said he would come up, so Joker's probably going to come. I'm going to try to get the City Boys to come up, like Wales and Marco the Hexican. It should be pretty nice.
Awesome,
so that's the plug for now. Definitely, I will have more details on that coming soon. I'll post it all over Twitter, wherever else we can get the info up. That's going to be great. So somebody said something a minute ago that I wanted to address. Okay, Apex Crypto. So Atomic Wallet, yes. Okay, they do have swaps for cheap. However, I always warn people when using Atomic, be careful and know what you're getting for your money, because yeah, sure, the swap might be cheap, but if you don't pay attention, you're not going to notice that most of the time the rate that you're paying, you're going to get a lot less hex for your money. Like you're not going to be getting it like you do in a decentralized exchange. Like on Uniswap, you're going to pay like 43 cents for it, but Atomic Wallet might charge you like 61 cents per, but you're going to get a lot less hex for your money. So just make sure you do the math and know what you're getting in Atomic, because I think they kind of they kind of pull you in with those low swap costs, but a lot of times you don't realize you're not really getting a good deal. So just be careful if you use Atomic. It's not as good as it may seem sometimes. That's all. But always worth checking out. You can get a good deal anywhere if you look. So, all right. So we're not going to look at this because Etherscan's being stupid. So there was definitely a big Matic sacrifice today. I don't remember the amount, but it happened. So let's check out some staker data. Get this off the screen. Got a couple minutes left before we bring Key into the stream. All right. What's up, everyone? Staker app, the premier platform for staking your hex, swaps, everything. If you don't have Staker, get you some Staker. All right. Sorry.
Get that Staker app.
I think my VPN is failing me right now, so just bear with me. Okay. So according to Stakers Global Statistics, we have 66.3 thousand stakers. We have $26.8 billion US dollars staked for an average duration of 5.74 years. We've been sitting at that 5.74 year average for a bit now. All right. Take us to the leagues, Mr. Sid.
Oh, okay. So we've got 18 new silent shells, 71 new shy shrimps, 41 new cool crabs. We lost 2 tinkering turtles, and everything else no change. So everything else stays the same.
All right. Yeah, not a lot of activity in the leagues today.
Pretty chill today.
Pretty chill. Oh, look at this. My man Raynob K. Sid with the $50 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Good stuff. My man right there. All right. Raynob, good stuff, brother. What's up? It is now. How you doing tonight? Love that name,
That
man.
name.
You have to tell me that maybe we'll have you on Meet a Hexagon one night. It is now known. You can tell us the story about your name because you said it was a pretty funny story. I remember you saying that. So I'd like to know what the deal is behind that. All right, guys, let me get my little picture up and we'll talk about how to get a T-share. Bam! Nope, that's
Love
not
T-shares.
what I wanted. Sorry. Not what I was.
Pretty soon you're going to have to get B shares.
Oh yeah, absolutely. B shares they're already a thing.
Getting too expensive, man.
What? I don't know why this thing keeps trying to get my. Sorry, guys. My thing is being stupid. Okay, there it is. Woo. All right. USCG vet, what's going on? Good to see you. Okay, so say you wanted to get a T-share, right? You're like, yeah, I don't have freaking 18,000 hex. So this is what you do, right? You go out there, you get yourself 6,309 hex, only a change of 2 hex from yesterday. So if you were watching yesterday, sorry, because it's not very new information for you. However, that's okay. So you get yourself 6,309 hex. You stake it for 10 years. You get yourself 1 T-share. If you're feeling froggy, stake it for 5,555. Get yourself in the 5,555 Quattro Cinco Club, and then you get that 1 T-share and you hold on to it for as long as possible. Because when that 10 years is up, you can guarantee you're not going to be able to get that T-share for 18,900 and anything hex. It's going to be probably 180,000 million hex for a T-share at that point. So
that's the nice thing about that extra 5 years.
Yes, it is. Yes, you may think well, why would I want to do that? I'm not getting any more bonus, but that's exactly the reason why. Because
you're almost doing yourself a favor.
Absolutely, you're doing yourself a favor in general when you get into hex. Doing
that's
your future self a lot of favors.
Hell yeah. But even more.
Definitely. All right, so that is it. Let me think. I think I had one little thing I put in somewhere. Let me see. See if I might have one little piece of news. But then again, I might not. Okay, never mind. No news. All right, so the news is that we have a guest, and our guest goes by the name of Key, and we're going to bring him on the stream right now. So let's get my screen out of there. I think Key is ready to go. Now, just for a setup, just in case you guys didn't hear me say it, look at this. So Hextoshi said it right here. Nope, wrong one. Sorry. Hextoshi says, "Have you guys seen this new site, Stakehex.today?" Funny you say that because our guest today, Mr. Key, is the creator. He's the dev behind Stakehex.today. So we're going to bring him on right now without further ado.
You doing?
Hello, Key. Are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you just fine. How you doing tonight?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty good, man. Quite excited to be on stream.
Very good. We're excited to have you. And
welcome.
Listen, I wanted to tell you, man. I mean, I have heard nothing but awesome reviews and feedback about the site that you created, the app that you created. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, hopefully people find it useful.
Absolutely.
I mean, I needed a tool to kind of try to forecast future income and try to manage my future years. So I put it together, and often if you have a tool that you need for yourself, then other people find it useful. So it seems to be the case.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's great. It's a great interface, really, really clean, solid work, man. Just wanted to give you all the props. It's a fantastic app.
Oh, thanks. Thanks very much.
So before we get into the application itself, I just wanted to just a little icebreaker. What got you into crypto? how long you've been in crypto?
Well, so as opposed to talking about crypto, I first came across Richard Hart like most people in the 2017 run-up. I quite liked his style. I quite liked his tone and how direct and upfront he was about things. And yeah, I just started watching his YouTube streams. And then I heard about a new project that he was working on. I decided to put my email address into a little box on his website and subscribe to his mailing list, like something that people used to do 10 years ago.
Right.
And then I received an email from him about announcing the launch of a new project. Probably one of the most valuable emails I've received. And then I've just been into HEX since then. Typically, I just sort of lurk in the background, but I've been a bit more active in the Telegram groups recently. So yeah, that's pretty much how I came across HEX.
That's great. So you were in there from the beginning. We got an OG on our hands right here.
Yeah, day one was expensive.
Nice, awesome, man. Well,
although in hindsight, it doesn't seem so bad, right?
No, not at all. I think you did just fine for yourself. All right, man. Well, it's great to have you. I'm going to throw your screen up there, and you can talk about what we can do with your awesome app that you created.
Yeah, sounds good.
There we go. The floor is yours.
Yeah, so originally this was just sort of set up so existing users could kind of project their income, but then I thought it'd be quite useful for newcomers as well. So that's when I added the test stake functionality here. And the way that this works is you can either put in a US dollar amount or a HEX amount, and it'll just work out which is which. You can then specify the number of stakes and then the number of years. And you can sort of see starting to use a billion terminology here for, I think a billion shares is going to be a lot of shares in the future. Mm-hmm. Yeah, starting to represent that, and you can go all the way down to a million shares as well. So, and then the bonus is like it's a average of all the shares. So if you have like one stake, that's that's how many shares you'll receive. So it's like a 3x on your shares. So the terminology is a bit different to go.hex.com, but I think people understand this more. Like, oh wow, I've got a 3x bonus, right? I think the whole effective HEX thing is it just confuses people.
It is, yeah. I agree.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So once you've got your stakes, once you've created your stakes, the idea is that users can control the price. Users can, be as moonboy or as conservative as they like. These little lines in the background here, these are trend lines based on this data. So there's no human opinion on these lines. They're just a mathematical trend line based on all of these points through here.
Oh, wow. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so it's not like it's not like somebody's just drawn a line on the chart and said, this is what I think is going to happen. These are mathematical trend lines based on all of the points displayed here.
I was wondering where that came from.
Right?
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And this is actually the default is probably a conservative price point. So the default view takes into account all of HEX's history, but the dynamics of HEX changed after Big Payday. So during the launch phase, HEX was inflating at about 600 million HEX a day. And obviously that's a whole lot of price pressure. So if you just look at the market as a whole, and you can kind of see it in the share rate as well. If you look at the market as a whole since then, the trend is just way more aggressive. So that's why there's this little setting in here, which is to exclude launch phase data, right? So now this, like after the launch phase, it's effectively the true state of HEX. It's like, right, we're done with the launch phase, let's begin. And then when you exclude the launch phase data, you start to get a better idea of the actual trend.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah,
so,
I didn't see that. That's great.
Yeah, so that's what that little toggle here does. You either include or exclude the launch phase data. I actually believe that excluding the launch phase data is probably a more accurate representation of our current trend, because we don't have that 600 million hex of sell pressure every day.
Right,
And,
right.
that's a lot
Yeah, I
that's a lot
agree.
of sell pressure.
What does the
And you
reset
can also get
curves
a
do?
yeah. So if somebody gets all moon boy and they just start, you know, let's
Oh
just say
yeah,
I've
nice. You
gone,
can that's
I'm going to go for like $200,000 hex here, and I'm going to do this here, and then you get a bit lost. So when you reset the curves, it just puts them to the default values.
Gotcha.
So these default values are just based on the trend line. So it's this point is just the trend line. I think it's 180 days into the future. And then this one is just a regression based on that. So, and that's why when you change this, you get different values.
That's a major difference. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. So that's based on the full history of the hex price points. And like I said, this is based on post launch phase. And you can sort of see how much more aggressive the price has been raising since we finished the launch phase. And then some of the other settings you can do. So this was a difficult choice actually. At the moment, the max days defaults to 2,000, and that's just to try to kind of, I don't know, keep sort of allow people to conceptualize things a bit better. Because once you start to hit this, once you start to put this at like 555 days, and then you look at the scale and you look at the trend line, yeah, you know, the trend line it's gone. So this is this ends in 2036, and the trend line is just off the chart. So if we set the max price as well, let's just start to get real memboy. So even at $10,000, sort of this trend line is hit by 2024, and
wow,
and that is kind of in the $10,000 range. So. Yeah, they're pretty crazy numbers. So what I wanted to also try to do is just kind of allow people to see things on like a 15-year time frame. It's really hard for humans, I think, to see and to imagine that far out. So sort of, you know, you can take the most conservative values. Just say, yeah, hex is only going to go up like, you know, to over 15 years. It's going to make it like $4 here, and we might get this, you know, and you're still at like in terms of your ROI on your $1,000, you're still at a 10x, like in the, you know, you're not going to get that in your bank account over 50 years.
In the financial world, actually, yeah, absolutely. Like even a 2x is like impossible. You know.
Yeah, and interestingly, you know, look, we can actually make it so the price goes down over time. So the price, you know, the price is halved, but you're still like, because of the way the interest works, you're still up, you know, almost to 3x.
And that's pretty amazing right there.
Yeah, so this, I mean, a lot of people have sort of focused on the moon boy sort of side of this, but actually you can sort of still use it like on a risk management level. It's like, okay, well, what happens if the price goes, you know, half? So you're still 2.5x up, right?
That's a really good selling point, actually. Yeah. I didn't think about using it in that way, because then you could show someone, look, I mean, we're at 43 cents right now. Even if we go down to 22 cents, look, over time, you're still going to have 3x to your money. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, and this is also based on a conservative payout per T-share. So back in January, the Germans modeled what they thought the T-share payout was going to be, and it's actually based on their model. It's actually something closer to this. We're talking roughly about 50 hex per T-share around here, and somewhere around here. So that the payout per T-share, if we go into hex terms, and let's just go look at purely hex. So the payout per T-share is probably likely to sort of hit this range in about 15 years based on most models, and that's simply because T-shares are going to get so expensive,
Mm-hmm.
dollar-wise, so people won't be able to compete. And even on like a HEX basis, you know, you're looking at like a 10x just on a HEX basis, so that 230. And that's based on this sort of payout. So and if it stays flat, you're still looking at KNTX. Yeah, so the whole point of this is to just put the control in the user's hands, so they can decide what they think the price is going to do, and then they can sort of, I guess, sort of manage their future plans. You know, so we can have a look at some existing wallets. Apologies if I'm doxing anyone. These are just random wallets from the top 5,000 stakers.
Imagine that. Imagine if one of those guys was in the stream right now. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, there is some crazy wallets. So you can sort of see for this particular user, you know, obviously they're not going to be able to ease up on work this year. Maybe next year they can start to ease up on work. And I don't know if you noticed, like I'm sort of highlighting the interest, right? Because you don't really want to like live off the principal.
Of course
because not. You're basically selling yourself short for the future, right? So sort of the focus here is to try to like identify, you know, when you can start to like focus more on other things, maybe change your career, maybe set up, you know, maybe do some investing in real world items. Or so by having this breakdown where you can kind of see, you know, here's my interest, here's my principal, here's the total. It
nice
allows
to be able to see on an
to
annual
plan.
basis like that.
Yeah, and
nice.
that's the other thing, right? You can sort of, and you can see gaps. So this person, they're going to have a gap here. So they probably want to create a stake in 2025, 2026 to ensure they've got some income in these years. And the same goes from like 27 through. They should really focus on filling these gaps. So they've got like passive income coming in on each of these years.
That's great. This is a great way to visualize the gaps in your ladder and fill them in. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's you know, it enables sort of future planning, you know, and obviously the scenario changes if the price sort of starts, you know, going crazy. But it's down to the user to control these prices, and you can you know, you can be super pessimistic and sort of, you know, look, this individual could probably like stop working sometime around 2024, 2027 if they wanted to, and just live off the interest. Pretty remarkable. I mean, whatever product does this.
Just to jump in real quick, anybody that's new, first of all, thanks for joining. Hello. And we have Key with us. Key is the dev behind Stakehex.today. Stakehex.today is a website. It's a new website that we can use to take a look at some of our stakes and take a look at some numbers and do a little planning for the future. And Key is just showing us just exactly how we can use the application that he's created.
So so see this estimated cost field here. This is what this does is it looks at the price of HEX on the day that you created the stake.
Oh wow, that is awesome.
And yeah, so and then the ROI is calculated from that. So for example, this person here, their cost was roughly $596. And actually, if we change it to the current view, so we'll just get rid of projected for now. So on this one, they're 2.5x up. And yeah, and then this, obviously they've made this is a newer stake because the cost is higher.
Right,
but
right.
There's still a 3x up on that. So this individual is sort of weighted more towards the present as opposed to the future. And you can sort of see if you look at the current value of this and compared to this one, right? And then if we switch to projected, you can see that how quickly the 15-year stake catches up to this short-term one with a much higher cost.
Yeah.
So if you're short on capital and you want to want to make that up, then obviously staking longer is one way to do that. Another little preview for you guys. So the next thing on the roadmap is called a feature called stake modeling. And what this actually allows you to do as a user, I'll just create some test stakes here, so I've got my staking ladder. My goal is to ideally live off the interest, or maybe some of the interest. I think a lot of people will just be able to live off a fraction of the interest in the future. And so what I want to do is restake the principal, right? So this allows you to actually, this would be the next feature that's going out, is a setting that will allow you to restake the principal. And you can control the price and the payout. You will be able to control what the share rate will be, and it's actually the share rate's quite linear. It seems to be increasing at roughly 4,000 HEX per year. And then once you do that, the system will automatically restake your principal, and then provide estimates on what that will do.
Oh, this is amazing!
Wow.
Yeah. So we're sort of, we're going from like timeframes of like 15 years to timeframes of 30 to 45 years. So allowing people to sort of think and that sort of length of time, and then also forecast it. So you're now kind of, instead of at 2,000 days, you're now at sort of like 10,000 days, right? It's roughly 30 years. And well, would you look at this? 30 years where we're at. Yeah, the trend lines over 30 years. It's just something. Yeah, just something completely different. So obviously, a lot can change in 15 years. A lot can change in 30 years, but I mean, the contract will still be there in like 100 years.
That is awesome, dude. I'm so glad I had you on, because I had no idea how deep you could get with this tool, man. This is incredible. This is I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is the best staking projection tool I've seen yet. I mean, there's not a lot out there, but
Cheers, man.
Yeah, so good, man. It's key. You did a phenomenal
I'm glad
job.
people are finding it useful. I mean, do you guys want to have a look at a crazy account?
Absolutely.
We
love crazy
an account with this. So this account has got over 1,000 stakes. So let's have a look at that. Let's reset the figures. Right. So yeah, this is going to take a little while to load.
Wealth for days.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we
look
go.
at those T-shares ratcheting. No. Oh my God.
The dream account.
Right? This is the dream account.
Yeah.
Look at the T-shares.
It's just climbing.
I mean, guys, who out there can think about 26, 27, 28,000 T-shares? Oh my God.
Still loading.
Still loading.
And something a little bit scary. This is just the current value. I haven't switched across the projected value yet, right? So, yeah,
That's amazing.
it's still loading.
And so I just wanted to ask, when you connect your wallet, it's just like any other time when you connect your wallet with MetaMask, right? Like you're just giving it permission to view the contents of the wallet, right?
Yes. So at the moment, all it does is it just pulls your address from your MetaMask wallet. If you do have MetaMask installed, you'll actually get better performance using the app because it'll bypass Impura and use your MetaMask connection, so you actually get better performance. But one of the things on the roadmap is staking and in-staking.
Yes.
So just like how I mentioned, you want to restake your principal, keep your interest. So you'll be able to manage stakes within this: add stakes, create stakes, in stakes. It'll calculate like your emergency in-stake penalty, all of that stuff.
Right.
But then it'll also record what the stake that you've just ended. After you end it, it'll show you the principal, the interest, and then allow you to create a new stake, and it will default to just be the principal only.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, wow.
Tripod is
maybe have a
asking.
little slider.
Tripod is asking, is that an OA address? That is absolutely not an OA address. OA does not have T-shares like that. OA is almost all liquid.
Yeah, and let's switch it to the projected value. Hey,
let's do it.
This account is,
that 200
is
billion?
probably going to be, yeah, about. I mean, at the conservative price point, about 15 billion.
Oh my goodness!
If we go to the aggressive price point. Yeah.
What's the daily payout for that?
So his interest today was $97,000.
What?
For 1 day.
Yeah, for 1 day, and 230,000. Yeah.
What?
230,000. Yeah.
Oh.
So I mean,
God.
There's a few other settings in here. So
this is probably
some people just like to work.
It's probably what's his name? It's probably Overwatch. That would be my guess. It's probably.
I mean, it's a lot of stakes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a lot of stakes, right? That seems like a lot of work. So I don't know. I don't. That's a lot of effort to create and manage.
It is. So, it is.
Yeah, and new feature that I just added is you can change the view to be purely HEX or purely USD. So if you turn this off, you can have it so it just shows you. At the moment, this shows USD and HEX all sort of combined. If you turn that off, it'll just show HEX, and then you can also break the principal down as well, so you can sort of see.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you put so many options in here. This is amazing.
I was just trying to, like, sometimes if you can't make a decision, like if something's good or not, then it's just easy to give that to the user to decide. So
right. So somebody's saying,
I mean,
Ninja Chopstick is saying he's looking at the Toucanaire site, and the numbers add up that this would be Trayvon's Toucanaire contracts. I guess it's possible.
Oh wow!
Someone says it might be Kareem too.
Right. If we plug that address into Etherscan, it would actually tell us if it's Toucanaire. It'll say if it's one of those. I don't think it is. I mean, I don't know. That seems, but I guess it's possible. But I mean, I didn't really know that much economic energy was in those contracts. But I guess it's possible.
Yeah, it's certainly a possibility.
So can you put multiple wallets in at a time and have this combine the data for all the wallets?
Yeah, so you can just do that using comma separated values. So
nice.
Yeah, it could use a better interface, and then once you've done that, you can just bookmark it, right? So you can bookmark the address.
So you don't have to enter all the wallets in again.
Yeah, I already bookmarked.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is you can start to share addresses. So another in the HEX trading chat, people often share addresses. So by having one of the upcoming features is like an account overview, which sort of shows which will sort of show the current and historic value of a user's portfolio. And just like how we've got like a chart of like, projected price and projected payout, there will be charts for like historic portfolio value. So I think that's quite good to sort of see how your portfolio's growing with time. So for example, with this account, and you've got a cost of like $600 for the stake, you'll be able to see that grow over time. I think that'll be useful as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. Any other questions or?
I think I got all my questions answered. Somebody was asking, I saw somebody in the chat asking a bunch of times where the dark mode was. How do you turn on dark mode? I guess they couldn't find it.
Yeah, so at the moment, dark mode's just based on your browser setting or your device setting. So if you've got your phone or your laptop, with dark mode enabled, it'll just switch across. But I might add a toggle there so people can force it, but even if they've got a device which is set to light mode.
Right. Okay, so that's why. So there you go, guy in the chat that was asking that. If your device that you're viewing the site on is on dark mode, it'll just be automatic. So that's it. Cool.
And if you've got MetaMask installed on your browser, this supports Pulse already.
Oh wow!
So you can use this on the Pulse network. Yeah. But if you don't have MetaMask, it'll need to wait for Infura support of Pulse. But if you've got MetaMask installed, you don't have to have it linked to your account. You can just install MetaMask, configure the Pulse network, and then use this on Pulse.
Wow. Fantastic, man. So is this do you have a timeline for when you're thinking this may become an actual front end for that we can stake with? And
so the total build time for this is probably about 3 weeks so far. Started it about 3 weeks ago. It's actually, and that's just evenings and weekends. So it actually already uses the HEX contract to pull all of this information. A shout out to HEX Daily Stats. A good chunk of the data comes from those guys. And
nice.
Like especially the historic data, but all of the live data comes from the HEX contract. So adding a create and an end stake functionality is very straightforward.
Nice.
The only thing that I'd like to make sure is like rock solid on that front is the emergency end state calculation, because and making sure that that's accurate, because once you sort of start getting into that territory, then users can be harmed. So that's the only caution I have on that front.
That's why Staker was so great once they started, once they came out, because it's listed very plainly, and that sounds like exactly what you want to do, is make sure that you're aware of what you're doing. Because I think some people who just use MetaMask and don't use Staker, that might be the reason for some of those early end stakes that we see, where they had like a 15-year stake that they ended, and after like a week or two, and thinking maybe, I can just pull out my principal now, and I won't get any of the interest, but that's, you can see there's a good chance that could have just been an error and a misunderstanding of how the contract works. So yeah, very important, man. I totally agree with you. Yeah,
the change that they made to go.hex.com was good, with the big warning and the big flashy red and yellow text. But I don't know. I think it should be possible to at least roughly calculate what the penalty is going to be. So yeah, I think that's all in the contract. So it's pretty straightforward to map the logic out from that into like a standalone app. I mean, that's how the bonus and the T-share bonus, that's just, the code is just directly ported from the HEX contract into like JavaScript for this. And that's why it's so accurate, especially with the live share data from Daily HEX Stats.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Daily HEX Stats. They're awesome.
Yeah, so in terms of timeframes, that's actually like lower on the priority list. It's probably the lowest thing. I mean, people can sort of already do that, right? So that doesn't really add too much value. I prefer to get the stake modeling live, Pulse support, and then also this whole account overview thing, which I think, like, at the moment when you're like trying to iFuck somebody, you have to copy the address, go to Etherscan. You have to jump through all of these hoops.
And then you put it in like
if you could just,
I know.
And if you could just click a button on this and just see everything, maybe even see their past trades, I think that would be really like a very value add thing.
Absolutely, yeah. It's great, especially when you're trying to maybe predict someone's behavior, or especially someone that holds a large amount that can really put an effect on the price. I mean, that's something that's worth being able to to predict and visualize, for yourself and for everyone. I know I'll be using this on stream all the time, because I love to, when I get something interesting going on, some interesting behavior, I love to point it out and bring it up live. So I know I'll be using this tool on my streams for sure, man.
Yeah, this would be very useful.
Oh, nice.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think an overview would help. Even in terms of like onboarding, being able to show a wallet and then show that, hey, a year ago this wallet was worth $1,000, and 1 year on it's now like $150,000.
Yeah.
This is what's happened. Having a nice up and to the right chart for wallets. I think that'll be helpful.
People like to see the numbers go up, so.
Yeah, I like that. The per stake ROI and the original cost. I think that's an awesome addition to your numbers, to be able to visualize that. That's extremely useful.
Yeah, I've seen stakes that have like over 15,000x ROI.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's incredible.
Like, amazing.
If you're staked, the whole 10,000x thing is well.
It's old news. Yeah, it's old news.
yeah, very much so. So it'd be interesting to find like the highest ROI stake in the system.
Yeah, totally.
I'm guessing it's going to be up there, like 18,000x.
Yeah. That's great, man. Yeah, I love it. I love what you've created, Key. It's really extremely valuable addition to the community. Fantastic tool, man.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for having me on. So
absolutely.
Hopefully people found it helpful.
You guys, before we end it, do you guys have any questions for Key? Some Mango Junkie's looking for a donation address. If you have a donation address, Key, or not.
I think
best thing to
Anthony,
do is
just question.
What?
Asking about why does the HEX price not go over 100?
Why HEX price doesn't go over 100? What do you mean?
Just a matter of time.
On the I guess on the chart.
Well,
is that what you mean?
This is, yeah, I can sort of. It was again like, yes, I understand what he's saying. So if we I understand where he's getting at. So I had to kind of it's a little bit like how I've defaulted excluding launch phase data. So by default, we include launch phase data, and it just sort of puts numbers into like a range that people aren't just going to straight out say that that's bullshit. So
I see.
And similar to, so already the it doesn't hit 100 here. If you go into here and you turn off launch phase data and you set the max price to like 1,000, the natural curve actually comes up to this figure here. And look, there's nothing stopping a user from just going. You can go all the way up. There's no limit.
Gotcha.
If you want to set it to $1 million HEX, let's do that. Let's
okay, so you just have to drag it all the way up.
Yeah, let's follow the trend line, right? Let's see when $1 million HEX hits on the trend line. Well, somewhere around here, right?
Just a straight line up.
There you go. I don't know. It's 20. Like this trend line says $1 million HEX. 2024-ish. Now we know that that's like not going to happen. I mean, the price will regress.
I don't think that.
Yeah,
it'd be nice, but
the price is, the price is going to regress, and all new assets it's just a matter of when the regression starts. So
right.
I think in HEX's terms, I don't think we've started to regress yet. Particularly if you just take into account, if you just say, right, HEX's market began after the launch phase, we're not even 1 year. We're not even 1 year in,
Right.
Right. So it's a case of right.
If you want to look,
when do we start regressing?
If you want to look at Bitcoin for an example, I mean, look at Bitcoin's into what, 10, 11 years now or something. And I mean, it just hit 60K, hit its top not long ago, you know? So if that's any kind of an indicator.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, look into HEX.com is good for the regression curves. Shout out to Gerardo.
Look into
really
HEX
good
is
resource.
awesome. Yes.
And you can kind of see, you can sort of see here. I mean, probably like on like BTC's front, we're probably at least like another 1 to 2 years away from properly regressing. We'll find out, I guess.
Yes, we will.
We don't have to wait long.
Yeah.
Nope.
Time will tell.
So yeah, as a user, you can set this value to whatever you like. Same with the max days. It was just about trying to provide like defaults,
realistic,
which kind of looked not just realistic, but made like look good as well. Right?
Yeah.
So with these defaults, you've kind of got a nice curve here, and it's easy to sort of drag outside of that range. Yeah, so it's just, you know, as a user, you can be as nimble as you like.
Absolutely, I love it. Anthony Monroe, I hope that answered your question. I think that's I think that key addressed what you were talking about. By the way, thank you for the super chats. I think you got a couple of $5 super or not $5, €5 super chats in there for us. Anthony Monroe, thank you.
Yeah, in terms of the donation address, the best way you can donate to the service is to share the service with people you care about. You know, if you share this and share HEX with people that you care about and your extended friends and family, that's the best way to donate.
Sounds good. We can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna show my dad this.
Yeah, I love it. I love everything about it, man. I can't say enough good things about it, man. It's sweet.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna say my goodbyes now.
Absolutely. Key, it was great having you, man. Thanks for showing us all the ins and outs of
Thank you, sir.
your awesome tool, and I'm gonna use it, man. I'm gonna use it to the max.
It's great. I'm glad everybody's enjoying it. All right, see you guys.
Take it easy, Keith. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Good stuff.
All right.
What did you guys think of that? That was pretty good, right? That was awesome.
Thank you, Key.
Thank you, Key. All right, guys. So that's the show. You guys got anything else going on I want to talk about? I think we talked about everything. Let's see where.
All I know is we're gonna be rich as fuck.
Right. let's end with. We'll take a quick look at the chart. That's how we'll end. See where the chart's looking right now. Okay, there's our chart. So we're sitting at 0.427, pretty much right where we started the stream. So no change. I didn't get the Joker green candle vibes today.
We'll get the green candle one day.
That's right. Yesterday it worked out pretty well. You missed it. We had your standard Discourse Syndicate pump going on during the stream. It was great.
Nice.
So awesome. Oh, did Key want to come back in? Hold on a second. No. Okay. All right. Sweet. All right, guys. Let me get this off here. We'll say a proper goodbye. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, November 20th, upstate New York, Albany, New York. Anthony Monroe, another €10. Thank you, sir. $20 in 2023 sounds freaky awesome. Yes, it does. We have so much to look forward to, Mr. Bills. So much to look forward to. So, all right, guys, gonna sign off for the night. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend and stay well. Love you guys. Peace out.
Take care, guys.